Hi, folks. Welcome back to Crisco's Corner. It's about 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday night, and this came out, reported in the Washington Post, now The Hill. Pennsylvania postal worker recants ballot tampering allegations. That's the gentleman that was in Project Veritas that said he heard a food supervisor say he messed up and marked them the 4th of November instead of the 3rd. They were doing pallets and pallets of them. Well, they said he recanted. I just saw a video with the gentleman, I believe his name is Hopkins, in a hotel room that said he didn't. He didn't recant. He also did a video on Project Veritas's website. It's one of those deals where, here we go. We have media reinforcing each other. Now, I'm not throwing stones against the Hill. They're just reporting what the Washington Post said. And if you see the timestamp on here, it's 7:30. It's 9:30 when I saw the video. He did not recant. Let me make that clear at the beginning of the video. He did not recant. I saw him do his own video. Looked like he did it with his phone. Let's read on. Postal worker who garnered attention over allegations that officials tampered mail-in ballots in his swing state has recanted his claims, which isn't true. The House Oversight Committee announced Tuesday that Richard Hopkins went back on his assertion. Now, how can the House Oversight Committee say that he went back on his, and he says he didn't? Just a half hour ago, maybe an hour, between 8:30 and 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And this is timestamped 7:30. How is that possible? About backdate ballots mailed on Election Day after he was questioned by U.S. Postal Inspector General. And if you go to Project Veritas's website, it has the audio, at least in part, from that Inspector General's interview. A little shady, but, you know. He signed a sworn affidavit attesting to his claims. Hopkins' claims have been widely touted by Republicans and were at the heart of a letter Lindsey Graham sent to the Justice Department urging an open federal probe. Attorney General William Barr, in a controversial move, subsequently gave the green light for prosecutors to investigate credible allegations of voting irregularities and fraud. Democrats in the oversight panel said investigators from the U.S. Postal Service had told the committee that Hopkins had signed a sworn affidavit with allegations of ballot tampering and fraud before recanting. But he just said, less than an hour ago, I didn't recant. United States Postal Service IG investigators informed committee staff today that they interviewed Hopkins on Friday. Oh, okay. I see. He didn't say it before the Oversight Committee, as I kind of thought at the beginning of the article. The U.S. Postal Service Inspector General investigators informed the committee they recanted. Did not explain why he signed a false affidavit. Unbelievable. I mean, the plot thickens here, folks. How come his initial claims would also have been refuted by Erie Postmaster Rob Weishabach, who called the allegations 100% false in a Facebook post? The Erie Post Office did not backdate any ballots, he said. The Postal Service declined to comment when asked about Hopkins' retraction and his employment status. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. It's he said, she said in a way, but you have to ask yourself something. Besides mental illness, I'm not trying to be a jerk when I say that. Besides mental illness, why would somebody, and he's fairly young, I doubt if he's 38, why would he put his entire career with the Postal Service, his name dragged through the mud, all for nothing, and then recant later? None of this makes any sense. But it was the Postal Inspector General that told the committee. Now, you notice it was a House committee and not a Senate committee, and you know what that means. That means it's the majority party on the committee has a D in front of their name. So this is getting to be a mess. Frankly, I saw the interview with him, the short clip that Project Veritas had on their YouTube website, and he looks very credible. And he even had his cell phone out about an hour ago in a video looking at the Washington Post report. And of course, it's an anonymous inside source that said, you never get anybody's name. Whenever it says that, automatically think it's not true. You have to be fair. Well, this isn't about fairness. This is politics and war. Anyway, he showed his cell phone, and it was basically the article from the Washington Post, and he was reading the article that said he recanted. He did not recant. He said so directly. And he would like a retraction from the Washington Post and an apology. So the plot thickens. The whole thing's a mess. And all because of one thing. The tens of millions of unsolicited ballots. South Dakota did it right. I forgot the lady's name. She's a very good governor there. Very sharp. Sharp as hell. She put out letters to all the legally registered people in her state. I know here in New York, I live in upstate New York, they do it by county. I'm assuming they did it there too. If you want an absentee ballot, fill out this form and send it in. They did not send out unsolicited ballots. That's the key to this thing. Unsolicited ballots. The press wants to make you think that absentees and unsolicited ballots sent out are the same. They're not. There's a chain of custody. A person fills out a form. I ran at 5 local elections here as a city councilman. I know all about it. A person requests an absentee. They get one in the mail. They fill it out. They send it in. And then they get their ballot in the mail to vote absentee. Usually it's older people, people with health conditions. As a rule, that's what it is. Now, with this COVID thing, people were afraid to go stand in person. Okay, that's fine. Request an absentee. They just didn't send it out to everybody that was registered. There's a huge difference. It's not even close to being the same. That's really the issue here. They never should have been sent out. Other states did it. And don't tell me that Pennsylvania wasn't aware and Governor Wolf wasn't aware that other states like South Dakota did the same thing. And I don't want to hear the crap about, well, there were small population states. What difference does it make? What difference does it make? If it works, it works. It's not perfect, but it's damn better than tens of millions of ballots floating around. And now we're in this fiasco. It's their own doing. And I'm wondering if they did it on purpose, just to cause a fiasco. And they lucked out. Or did they luck out with the votes? I can't use the words I want to use here because YouTube will take it down. But anyway, folks, breaking news. The Pennsylvania postal worker did not recant, according to him, in the Washington Post, and now The Hill is picking up their story. Did not recant. Anyway, folks, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more going on besides this. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.